Welcome back, Better Agents. Nicholas Ayers coming to you live from Better Agency HQ. And in today's video, we're going to ask the question, why won't they integrate? This has been a topic of conversation with insurance agents across multiple Facebook groups for many years. Agents are always asking, why won't company A integrate with company B? Why can't I just have my information go from this platform to that platform and back and forth? And in today's video, we're going to break down why companies simply aren't doing that. Now, before we get into the video, make sure you're subscribed to the channel, like this video, and for just the fun of it, comment down below, tell me the name of your agency and where you're watching this video from. Here's the thing with integrations. Integrations have to be manually built. That's not just something you could just flip a switch and everything just kind of goes back and forth. These integrations take two people. It takes two to tango, where company A and company B are gonna manually accept this architecture, this build out frame, however you want to phrase it, and they have to build this integration. It's like building a road. And these things, they're not as easy as they seem. In fact, they're pretty challenging and pretty difficult for a lot of these legacy tech platforms. And so you have to have this kind of, little thing going on where company A is saying, we're going to send this much information over and we're going to receive this much information. And it's going to look like this. And there's all this, confusion. What I would like to stress is it's not as simple as just turning on an integration. Now, of course, that is the obvious thing, but also when companies are evaluating what companies they want to integrate with, they're making business decisions. They're using business cases to say, if we integrate with company X, Y, and Z, how is that going to help us in our company? I'll give you a great example. We have an integration at Better Agency with Tarmica, the rater. We evaluated the business case. We looked at all the variables and said, it makes a lot of sense for us to have a direct integration with Tarmica because it will benefit our customers, it'll benefit the business, it'll benefit Tarmica customers. It's an overall good thing for the industry, not just in a metaphorical, way of thinking about it, but there's actual business cases, dollars and cents, that make this viable. And these companies in the tech space, they're no different. They're looking at the same exact stuff. Does it make financial sense to integrate ourselves with this company? If it doesn't, we're not going to do it. There's also this idea of, if we integrate with this company, will our customers, will they spend more time in maybe a competitor, or there's things that are outside of our control? All of those variables go into the business case, the business decision for integrations. Here's another reason why these companies aren't integrating. It's because the chassis, so to speak, that these companies are built on, the tech frameworks, they're very old. These companies, some of them are older than Windows 95 and Encarta. So the framework, kind of the architecture, the frame of the house that these tech platforms live in, simply put, they were created in a time period when integrations weren't even a thing. They just didn't exist really. And so the technology hasn't really evolved to a place where these integrations, not that these companies don't want to do it, it's simply that they can't do it. Now, when you consider the idea that the framework for a lot of these companies isn't set up for integrations, when companies do try to integrate, maybe with a one-way push or a one-way receive of information, what happens is a lot of these platforms, they break. The integrations go wrong. You can go through a lot of different Facebook groups and you can look at past conversations where agents are saying, this integration broke, or this didn't work, this data went bad, there's duplicate information here, there, and everywhere. And that's because these platforms weren't built for it. And so they're kind of forcing it, they're forcing the issue, and as a result, things go wrong, they break. And a lot of times agents, because they're not really privy to that information, they're not looking at it and saying, okay, well, this is why, here's the ones and zeros reason why these broke. They're just pointing fingers. And at least from a company perspective, companies are saying, we don't want to be caught in that PR nightmare. We don't want to be blamed or lumped together because this company had something go wrong. And so companies will just avoid it at all costs. I'm not saying this is the right way to do it. I'm telling you the perspective and the mindset that a lot of these companies have. There's a lot of money on the line, and these companies don't want to have things go south or go negative, or things that they simply can't control go out of bounds. And so they just say, you know what, our position is we're not going to integrate, or we're going to be very picky and choosy on who we integrate with and what we send or receive as a result of it. Here's my suggestion to the technology companies in the insurance space. space. You don't have to integrate with everybody. You should evaluate the business cases on integration because you have development resources, you've got people. It's not easy. We all understand that. But if you could spend time doing one integration, doing one thing, my strong encouragement is to build a strong integration with Zapier. Send and receive information via Zapier. You don't have to integrate with everybody. I understand it might not be what you want to do, but I don't agree with it, but that's not my business. What I would encourage you to do, or for any company to do, or for agents to look for, are companies that have strong Zapier integrations, people that can connect to Zapier and just have a if this, then that. If this happens, then send this data, or receive this, or trigger this, or do that, or leave this note, or tag this customer. Those are the things that can make everything so much better, so much easier for everybody. We won't have to play this fighting game and this back and forth of this company won't do that and that company won't do this. Just develop a strong integration and make it free to users to use public Zap, where people can just integrate whatever they want to. So if they want to integrate Slack or Google Docs or a CRM or an AMS or anything like that, it just becomes a lot easier. You can set your own swim lanes and guides on what you want to do. You don't have to send the world, you don't have to receive the world of information, but just make it very seamless and easy. And that, to me, would make a lot of sense for insurance agents across the US. Now, if you're an insurance agent, I would encourage you to go to Zapier.com, go into the search bar, type in the company that you're researching, that you're looking for, and see if they have a public Zap. See if it's something that is to the public, meaning it's not behind an invite. You don't have to pay extra for it. It's just public. Anybody can use it. Go to Zapier.com, type in that name, and look for companies and do business with companies that have this mindset that they're going to integrate with Zapier to some form. At Better Agency, we have a very robust and beefy Zapier integration because we know we can't integrate with everybody. There's all these other vendors coming into the space, and we don't have the resources to build integrations for every single company, but we can do something via Zapier, and that can solve a lot of problems as we work on these single integrations with direct, companies in the space. So if you're an insurance agent, do some research and make sure you're with a company that thinks like it's 2022 and beyond and isn't stuck in the 90s. Do yourself a favor, work with those companies because they're gonna have your best interest at heart. Hey, thank you so much for watching this video. Make sure you're subscribed to the channel, like this video, and comment down below. Let us know what you're using Zapier for or what integrations you find most beneficial in your agency. We'll see you again on the next video.